Philosophers and Heart of Gold, as well as the Ionian Boots there to get their cooldown on that Pulverize going.
SK look a little bit...
They
don't know what they're doing.
They look scared. I got to be honest. They look a little bit worried. Big Fat GG's now completed his Infinity Edge. Meanwhile, Vayne obviously went for the Bloodthirster kind of sort of standard stuff for him, more in the Zeal as well. Looks like he's going to build up, possibly a Banshee's actually building up there. So maybe they're a little bit upset. Salsa is causing the problems. The arrow's going to go in. Oh, and a flash. Yeah, very nicely done. We actually hit Nif. He did quite a lot of damage to Nif as well there. But remember, there is no tower, so I don't understand why CLG don't just push straight up mid, which is now what they're going to do. They needed to have done this about 10 minutes ago when they originally took that tower down in that incredible push. Wicked absolutely goes balls deep, diving straight in there. The ulti comes across, and Wicked, what were you thinking now? Will he manage to make it pay? That's the question. Ocelot's continuing to try and chase onto Big Fat GG. Instead, he's going to go down. Looking across, St. Vicious is almost certainly going to go down though, so it's a 1-for-1 so far, but Candy Panda is pretty low. You can see Hotshot GG trying to continue on. And Wicked eats the spear to block there. Candy Panda, Hotshot GG, look how aggressive he's being there. Tries to put another spear across, and the inhibitor will go down, and CLG come out again, and Wicked was very aggressive there. That's not like we normally see him with Aurelia, but with Aurelia at least you can just ulti and just pull all the heal back, but instead he's just, I'm not sure that. I think he's kind of pulled his teammate in to die there. Ocelot just got killed, nailed.
There wasn't much of a choice for SK once Wicked dove in there and burned his ulti off, because they were either in or he was dead, and they didn't do any damage, I guess, apart from what Wicked's done. So, you know, that wasn't the best coordinated. We saw just before that fight, SK kind of stacked up in this middle area. Wicked was pacing back and forth, and it looked like, to be honest, that they were discussing exactly what they were going for, what they were going to do, because they have to turn this game around. They have to win this game, otherwise they have no chance to go through.
Yeah, it looks like SK might have a concerted effort to try and push this mid turret here. They have enough, but they're going against super minions, and it's going to give CLG plenty of time to respond. Instead, they're porting away. They will manage to get this mid turret down. So the first turret for SK will eventually go down. You can see Dragon also being taken. No, they're not going to get it. No. Hotshot turns up. They back away. Dragon are going to go down to Wet Dream, though, so it's going to try and keep them just about in check with the gold. You can see they fell behind. I mean, kill-wise, it's just been a little unfair. SK, when they've died, they've lost the tower. Or, you know, obviously apart from that straight push up mid. Whereas when they've got a kill on CLG, they've not really got anything out of it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And if it wasn't for the epic farming that a couple of them have been doing, I mean, if you look on the numbers there on the scoreboard, I think they actually may even have the advantage by a fairly decent amount there as well. Obviously, Candy Panda up to 210 there, 140 on Rumble, 150 for Wicked. You know, that's pretty much what's keeping them in this game now in terms of the gold that they've got and the items that obviously come with that as well. But we're seeing CLG now starting to assert some dominance. They're going to take away that golem buff from the SK side of the map, and I think they're going to be going for this bottom lane now.
Yeah, absolutely. And 346 AP now for Hotshot. So he's building up nicely.
Feels bad.
Yeah, that spear's going to sting. 176 for Sol. So Sol's obviously given with that Rod of Ages, it will slow the AP down. It's always the case of do you rush Rod of Ages or do you go straight for the Rabadon's death cap. They're going to continue pushing on towards his tower. They don't need Baron. You know, they could easily probably turn around and go for a Baron, but as it is, there's no reason to get focused. Also, like catching a spear there, didn't have his shield ready. They're going to continue to farm on it, and the rest of SK now joining them. Wet Dream's thinking he can get a sneaky around the side there, comes around and sees Hotshot. Meanwhile,
look how much damage it does.
Puts the spear through, nearly takes Nif out in one shot there. They're going to get a lot of damage on towards the tower now. Big Fat GG's actually stepped away. Stun gets used on Wicked, so they need to be building that back up again. Hotshot continues to put the spear through on Nif there. Nif's like, I'm not liking this, guys. And she's just sticking. Oh, wow. Look at the damage. It's doing, just picking them away there. And they can't do a lot to stop it other than it's just picking them down. You know, he's doing so much damage.
Oh, that would have been a kill.
That would have been a kill. Nif just dodging that there. Now they go, okay, guys, we need a ward here, really. We need to see these coming. And Hotshot's going to continue putting the spear down. Nif just about to escape him, and Elements has had to use his ulti. They've gone straight in for him. Wicked is very low, and he gets the Tibbers down there, but Hotshot does manage to pick up a kill eventually. Element's knocking Nif straight out of there. Nif's gonna use his ulti, just about surviving. Salsa did get the kill on Ocelot. Wet Dream is also very low. The spear just missing again, and it was 2 for 1, and so CLG will pick up that turret. Wow, pretty chaotic fight there from CLG and SK, and you know, all credit to SK for going in. The target going down on Nif, and you know, Hotshot's thinking, I really want to spear him. Oh, he's having a good go at it. Savage is going to try and dive on towards Candy Panda. Candy Panda has been caught, and that's going to be the second base turret, and maybe the inhibitor as well. Nocturne is returning full health though, so you need to be a little bit careful if it's anyone low. But look at that, that main base tower is already nearly gone. CLG have just done so much devastation, and SK are really up against it. Remember, SK, if they lose this, they're out of the tournament, because Fnatic have already won 2, and that will put CLG winning 2, and there's just no way that SK can do anything. And I gotta be honest, I think they're out.
It's hard to disagree with that comment at this stage of the game. They're 3 kills behind, 3K in gold, but 7 turrets, and I'm not sure that they can really put up, you know, especially at this stage of the game, as we've just seen on that turret, that poke from Hotshot GG is so valuable for the CLG side, especially on these top and bottom lane, where it can literally get behind the walls and just spam through. And as you saw, it pretty much almost kills Nif in the one hit. And I mean, if you look down the items here quickly for SK. There's a Negatron cloak there on Rumble, and the null magic mantle there. There's not all that much magic resist hanging around. Okay, there's a
which is pretty strange when you're against an Annie and an Italy. Yeah, exactly. And not really sure why.
Especially a 3-0-4 Nidalee and a 5-3-1 Annie.
Yeah. So they're going straight in again. That spear goes straight out. Inhibitor's almost certainly going to go down. I don't think SK are going to be able to do anything about it other than try and dodge the spears. It's exactly what they're doing. You can see they're just chopping away at it. Big Fat GG now also very strong. And really, it's trying to, they need to rely on Candy Panda to try and do something for them. I don't think he's in any situation to try and get near them. And they are going to use the ulti, dive in, and absolutely nothing coming from it. And CLG are just going to turn around. Wicked's got himself caught. Actually, that flash has bought him time because they were targeting straight for him. Don't know why. The targeting of CLG is a little bit sloppy at the moment. This is SK's chance. Will they manage to put anything away? Wet Dream's just going to get away with it. Big Fat GG's so low. Wicked's trying to finish him off. He just can't catch him though, and he gets taken down. And just lacking that initiation, that dive, and Nif is, wow, Nif just getting exploded there. You can see they just want to finish him off, and the spear finally goes in from Hotshot GG. Yeah, that will be, and that is going to be good game, and SK going out of the tournament in the second game. Who would have thought it after such an awesome qualifiers? The final will come eventually. Ocelot's going to go down. St. Vicious still hanging on in there, would you believe it? Finally goes down. Candy Panda just doing what he can, but he's just going to get eaten up, and I think we're going to get a fountain dive here as well. Yeah, you can see the spear going through. Tried to finish him off, but Counter Logic Gaming go through, and wow, who is going to top the group? That's the question. Fnatic will be playing CLG straight after this match, Joe. I'm flabbergasted. SK were not in that game at all.
No, we saw 2 or 3 times where they just didn't look like they had an answer at all for what CLG were throwing at them. And they've gone 0 for 2 in this one. Everyone thought that SK were going to be one of the challengers for this. There's no doubt about that one.
Yeah,
I did, you did. Actually, I would have.